All right. Hello, everybody. This is Brett with Top Hat Creative Marketing. And today I've got Jen with me from Jen's Way and also Just the Tips Coaching. And we're going to be going over some different ways to get your small business out online in various different ways and take advantage of some of these things that companies are really allowing us to do and get a much bigger reach out of. So, hello, Jen.
Hi, good morning, Brett. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Great to have you here. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What is it that you do?
Yeah, so I am the marketing director for Just the Tips Coaching, and I also do some social media coaching within Just the Tips for salespeople, preliminary, um, like Facebook, Instagram, that kind of things. And we typically work with mortgage loan officers and real estate agents. And then outside of that, I also have my own business as a virtual assistant. I do business coaching and business strategy for small business. Lots of women-owned small businesses locally here in Colorado, but also on the East Coast. I'm from Maine, so I have lots of clients back east as well. And I've been in the social media space for, really my whole life. Let's be real. I grew up in the MySpace era, but I've been doing social media for small business for about 11 years now.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And you're a little busy.
A little bit, yeah. And then I mentioned we were talking before, and then I teach yoga on top of that, just cherry on top of it all. But I love it. I love everything I do, and I'm lucky enough to do work that I love.
Absolutely. And you mentioned something fun that's coming up in Denver here, Social Media Day.
Yeah, so I'm the event coordinator and speaker coordinator for Social Media Day Denver. It is in 2 weeks from tomorrow, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Metro State University. We have a great partnership. They actually have a social media program at Metro State.
Right.
So we partner with them to put on the event. It's 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Thursday, June 30th. It's socialmediadaydenver.com. I'll go back and put that in the comments after we're done. But you can use the code WAY, W-A-Y, for $25 off your ticket. But we have speakers from video to how to use Facebook tools better, some mindset speakers, and LinkedIn, TikTok, kind of a whole spectrum. It's a full day of really great speakers. I'm excited.
Cool. So instead of just covering one specific thing that we're going to do here today, you've now got a tip to really help yourself for a whole day's worth of small business social media stuff you can take advantage of in a couple of weeks. So I suggest they go out and do that. I've been there. It's a great way to talk to other people and understand how things are going. Jen, you and I talked earlier about how shy people are with small business.
Absolutely.
They don't want to show their face. They don't want to be on here. We had this conversation about Zoom and how you have to look at your own face, and we're not used to that, just like we weren't used to listening to ourselves in recordings and hearing our own voice that sounded different. So getting over those things and being able to use these things in such a way it's really going to help grow your business and do it in an organic way that's not going to cost a lot of money throwing it out the door is really cool. So that leads right into what we're doing today with Instagram Reels and being able to, just like Facebook Live. We started Facebook Live because Facebook wanted to get this platform out, wanted to make it really effective. And so we get more traffic doing this than we do a regular post. So with that, I'll give it to you and let you tie into Instagram Reels and how that works.
Yeah, so I think we have to back up a little bit. And during COVID, TikTok became huge, right? Everybody was on TikTok. I actually just got the stats for Q1, and the millennials have taken over as the most active generation on TikTok, which made me laugh because we all got so bored we didn't have anything better to do than start dancing on TikTok, right? And if we're being honest, Meta, who owns Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, they have stolen everything they do from other platforms. Stories came from Snapchat. Facebook just bought Instagram so they wouldn't have to compete with them. So when TikTok became huge, we all knew that Meta was going to do something to try to compete with that. And that's when they released Reels, which it's been just over a year and a half or so since Reels came out. But the big thing here is at Just the Tips, we always say Zuckerberg wants to rule the world, right? He wants you on his platform. So they are pushing Reels content for free. I mean, if I take a video of my cats doing something crazy, put it to trending audio, and then it gets 600 likes and 16,000 views was the last really random one that I did. So it's a free platform. You're not having to pay advertising costs. It's shockingly, Zuck doesn't charge us for having accounts as business owners. So we have to use these tools that are out there and use them effectively. And to go back to what you were saying, Brett, is we can't be afraid of putting our faces on social media. And I am just as guilty as everyone else. I finally did a reel that was about, oh, there's another one of my cats. Speaking of real content, he's wearing his abs hoodie. The abs play tonight.
I saw that. Very nice.
So we can't be afraid of putting our faces out there. I finally made a reel that was about my business, and it did really well. People want to see your face so they can associate it with your business. We've been sold to our entire lives between radio commercials and bus bench ads and all of the antiquated marketing tactics. People don't want to be sold to. They want to know who the person is behind the business, and they want that emotional connection. They have so many options. I mean, both of the spaces, Brett, that you're in and that I'm in with marketing, how many marketing companies are there out there?
Endless.
Right? So we have to show what makes us different, what makes that client want to work with you. And not every client is for every person. And I think that's important too. So by putting your face out there, putting your voice out there, then people will find that connection with you, and you'll attract the customers that are going to be good customers, right? You don't want to work with everyone either. And Reels is such an easy way to do it.
Exactly. And the point you brought up made me think, yeah, there's a ton of marketing companies, coaches, you name it. I mean, we work primarily with Google and reviews and Facebook and social media, but we've expanded. We've been doing this for 10 years, and we've expanded out, and we help mainly orthodontists with a lot of things that we just picked up over the years. But they get 20 to 30 calls a day or week. I mean, it's insane. And what really helps us gain a new client is a personal contact, a something, whether we know another doctor and got a referral, or they saw us and something connected. And that's exactly what you're talking about, is getting that personal connection, showing your face, doing something a little different than the 25 other calls that week that are out there. Because the other point is, there are so many small businesses out there not using much of anything for marketing, and they desperately need it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's not like you don't have the business available. It's there. No. We just have to connect with them.
And that's such an important, we could go off on a whole tangent of abundance mindset. And Michelle and I have talked so much about how you guys have such a cool niche, and we all have different niches. And but people aren't going to know that unless you're putting it out there. And Meta is pushing Reels so hard. They're showing up on Facebook now, right? Your Reels are showing up on Facebook. So you're getting that cross promotion without having to do anything at all. And they're actually really pushing right now 7-second Reels. 7 seconds. That's no time at all. Wow. So you could literally take a great photo of yourself and put text over it. 7 seconds of whatever trending audio you want. And the trick to it here is put enough text on it that people are going to have to watch it twice in order to read the whole thing.
I do that all the time.
Right. So you're getting double the amount of views by the same amount of people, but they are pushing these quick reels that have really solid visual aspects. So, we here in Colorado, beautiful sunsets, a picture of you in front of the sunset, or just, if you're really too afraid to put your face out there to start, then just a beautiful video of the sunset where you are, and then a tip about your business. Easy peasy. But if you're going to not put your face in your video, make sure you're posting photos of yourself, because again, we need that emotional connection if we're going to spend our money. We can spend our money so many places. So give people the opportunity to create that emotional connection so that they're comfortable working with you. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're in the marketing space like we are, or if you're a mechanic, of course they want to know that you can do a great job fixing their car, but they also want to trust you as a human being too, and see who you are. What is their money going towards? Is it paying for your kids to go to college? Is it helping you fund your dream vacation that you've wanted to go to Europe your entire life? Share those things. People want to know. And it's got to be, and getting back to Reels, I always say it should be 80% to 90% content about you and 10 to 20% content of what you do,
Your business.
especially in the Reels front. And you can there's ways to cross over that. A great way is if you have a team of any sort is to feature your team and what they do, because that becomes both personal content and business content. It kind of crosses, it creates the emotional side of it, but also showcases your business.
Very good. And we're 10 minutes in here, so anybody still watching is definitely into what this is and how to do it. So let's get a little more in the weeds here. How do I find Instagram Reels? How do I set my first one up? What do I do? I mean, personally, I'm still lost, and I'm pretty much in this space.
Yeah. So Reels is improving. I will start with that because TikTok's algorithm is second to none. And the ability in TikTok, you can just select a bunch of videos from your camera roll and it will automatically sync it to suggested audio. They make it so easy.
Okay.
Reels is trying to get there without totally copying TikTok. So you'll actually notice this is a more recent rollout, I think. I haven't seen it until recently. So you'll see a lot of videos that are like upload 7 pictures and sync it to the sound, and it'll sync it. So it creates like this mini commercial about you or your business. But at the bottom, it'll say use template. And if you click on use template, it literally pops up how many videos you need to upload, and it will automatically cut them to the length that they need to be in order to sync with that audio. So all you have to do is hit each time slot, insert a video or photo, and then caption it and post it. Super, super easy. But if you're just starting out, start looking at the Reels. You've got to start by knowing what attracts you, what grabs your eye, what keeps your attention. So start scrolling through Reels, and if you click on the audio at the bottom, you can save that audio to your favorites. So then you can go back and create your own content using the similar audio. But it's also going to show you what's trending, because obviously they're going to show you the stuff that has the most interaction, which is very different. TikTok really tries to promote new people on the platform. Meta is Meta, and the people who are getting the most interaction, that's who gets promoted. I could go on about that forever, but start looking at what kind of content is getting traction. That's how I learned about the 7-second videos, was that these 7-second videos were getting sometimes tens of thousands of interactions and hundreds of thousands of watches. So look at what's working, click on the audio, and then start simple. Just upload a video of yourself talking, and then there'll be an audio option, and you can turn the music way down in the background. The benefit of that is your reel is still getting linked to whatever that trending audio is, but it's still you just talking about your business. Like I did one last week that was reminding people to use their friends that are doing or selling cool things. The sign behind me, a friend of mine made, and I just did a quick reel saying, I was looking on Etsy, and then I remembered that my wonderful friend creates these beautiful signs. So here's your Friday reminder that if your friends do or sell cool things, support the cool things they do. And I used a trending audio, and I just turned it way, way down in the background so that people could hear me talking. But it was a 30-second reel, and it was easy. People want to see the real you. Adam, my boss, Adam, will always say, do you want to be you one-on-one, or do you want to be you 1 on 1,000? And video allows you to be you 1 on 1,000, because whether or not we like how we look or how we sound, that is how we look and how we sound. And the sooner you can get comfortable with that, the sooner you can get comfortable with video. And whether we like it or not, video is king of social media. Absolutely.
Gonna get worse.
Yeah. And I think LinkedIn is the only platform, and LinkedIn has LinkedIn Live now, but there's still a lot of photo posts on LinkedIn, I feel like, but I imagine that that's going to shift too. I think they're typically, LinkedIn's very B2B, so I think they'll be the last one to really shift heavily towards the video side, but everything else already has.
Exactly. And one of your points here, how did Facebook get all this stuff going? You already covered it. They copied everybody else. How do you get Instagram Reels going? Copy everybody else. Get out there, see what now how do you find trending music? That sort of.
So if you just start scrolling through your Reels, so if you open Instagram, it depends on what operating system you're on, but I'm on an iPhone. So they keep moving it around, but If you go to your home screen, the very middle button is for Reels, and it's going to show you videos attached to the trending audio. It's the videos you see is going to be the audio that's trending.
That's a super important part of
Oh,
it,
I
I
froze.
guess. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. So just start scrolling, and there are people out there that just share audio that's up and coming. Typically, by the time you see those videos, the audio is already trending, but it's a good place to start. And then you can you can also just go into the audio and just scroll through and see what appeals to you. Because as much as like getting started, yes, just copy people, but then find your brand within your reels too. So what audio speaks to the message that you're sharing? I think there's a lot to be said for that too, because we get so concentrated on the likes and the views. But if you're getting 16,000 views, but no interaction and no real conversations with humans, then that doesn't really matter. We get so caught up in those numbers, but
Right.
what matters is the conversations that happen after. So that's my biggest tip, is to not get hung up on those views and those likes. Yes, they're important to know what's working, but the point is to stay top of mind. The point is to get your message, your business, your face out there. And the views, the likes, all of that will come in time. It
Right.
takes consistency.
Get your story out there. Absolutely.
Yes,
Because they like the story. They need the business, they need the product, but they like the story and they want to connect
absolutely.
with you. And if they don't connect with you, you're just in our business.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great way to put it.
Well, Jen, thank you so much for this. This is really good. We will have in the comment section links to you as well as Social Media Day.
Awesome.
And I suggest people go out there and use this stuff. Just get a little more comfortable. It doesn't take a great big plunge, 7 seconds. You've got all the music out there you can steal from other people, and it's not stealing, it's just borrowing. You're just out there creating some content and getting comfortable with it. So it's people your age have no problem with that generally, but people our age do, and there's a lot of business owners that really need to create a different comfort level, and it takes a little bit. So just dipping your toe in and seeing what works for you can really help your business.
Absolutely.
All right,
Awesome.
thank you so much, and we'll end here, and have a great day. Really appreciate having you here.
Thank you so much, Brett. Thanks everybody for watching.